So everyone's been talking about Jupiter going into Leo, which is happening on June 30th, 2026. And it's going to be there until July 26th in 2027. So almost a year, just over a year. So I wanted to see what Jupiter in Leo has in store for our money, our business, career, if you are dealing with a career, and see what wants to come through. So let's see, what is Jupiter in Leo? I feel like it's going to be expansive. Leo is a creative sign, likes to have a lot of fun. It's playful. You might be a Leo yourself. And basically what you're going to want to look at is, and I'm not an astrologer by any means, but you're going to want to look at the house that Leo is in your chart. So some of you might be a Leo rising, which means it would be in your first house. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we have, the first card that came out was, your prayers are being answered. Sorry, I can't read in reverse. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. And then we have don't give up on love, which kind of reminds me of the Two of Cups, but it says a relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive. I almost feel like that's a side message, but let's kind of see what the rest of the cards have to say. We do have recognize the signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to divine guidance. So pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities. I feel like you're needing to maybe slow down in order to see these signs. So slowing down might also be important as well. Okay, let's see. What else here? Jupiter in Leo. Ooh, we got shadow mirror. It says deep healing, understanding, and the seer. So I feel like there's possibly even healing in relationships. This could be through career relationships or business relationships, partnerships, clients even. Maybe some of you are healers, helping people heal. We also have cosmic downloads. And this says higher heart healing, see the bigger picture. So there's a lot of like your own healing. I feel like there's almost like a trust. Look at that. We've got creativity at the bottom, which is what I was saying with the Leo energy. I feel like you could be healing internally, healing an aspect of your heart. Heart chakra energy is linked with making more money and, working with clients, working with, sales and like being able to receive, right? The heart chakra is also the center of all the chakras. And so it kind of like bridges the heavens and the earth, right? And so if we want to receive more, attract more, working on our heart chakra is really important, really helpful. But I feel like you're doing deep healing within yourself, but I also feel like for some of you, you might be healing other people. I also feel like you might be experiencing I almost want to say a miracle, but you might be experiencing something where something is healing itself, like something that you maybe didn't think was going to heal, or maybe this is your finances, maybe this is something within your career or your business, maybe the place that you want to work out of or the space that you want to lease or whatever is actually coming to fruition. And so it's almost like you're healing a part of yourself because this is manifesting for you. And I feel like it's kind of twofold. It's like you're working on this and therefore that's why it's coming in, but it coming in is also giving you proof that the work you're doing is working, if that makes sense. I feel like there's like a relationship that's being healed is between you and like the divine, you and God, you and source, that like this is possible we can, like basically that you can co-create, that you can manifest, that you can make this happen. And so I feel like you're getting downloads, you're getting insight, you're healing, maybe even, like I said, helping other people here. We have self-expression, life is your canvas. Some of you are really going to step out of your comfort zone when it comes to like putting yourself out there or trying something with money or maybe being creative in how you actually make money, right? Like making money in different ways. It feels like there's something to do with that, where I think it's like the elements of you being healed or you healing elements within yourself. It's like helping you be more creative. It's helping you step out, be in the spotlight, showcase yourself, showcase your gifts, maybe sell your offers, things like that. Ooh. Look at that. We got creativity again. So your creativity is definitely going to be sparking. And then we also had discernment. Interesting. I think that was the only one that fell. And we have new beginnings. So there's definitely, again, there's like a new path that I feel like is unfolding because you're doing this healing work. I feel like some of you are becoming more discerning as to like what's for you. You're not just taking any new beginning. You're, some of you as well, the discernment is the fact of like, you're allowing your creativity. You're being discerning in how you move through the world. I've been kind of feeling this way. It's like, what's the most authentic way for me to share content and show up in social media in a way that feels good for me, but also like is my natural expression, is the way that people want to see me, right? Or the way that I've been diving into like human design and stuff like that. And so you could be kind of like doing a bit of self-discovery when it comes to that. And that might even come from a download. Like you might have an idea of like, hey, like I want to kind of connect more to what I'm doing, or I want to dive into this. I want to look at the bigger picture of things. It's not just about, you know, creating content or making money. It's like there's something deeper going on. And I feel like you're discerning as to the way in which you're moving, how you're processing things, how you're moving through things. What else here? Jupiter and Leo. One more from this deck. One more. Yeah, we have stripping illusions. And this is like the lotus. This reminds me, at least, I'm not sure if it actually is, but it reminds me of like the lotus in the, like growing through the muck. This is the shadow work that you're doing. Yeah, we have psychic development. Some of you definitely, I feel like your psychic gifts are increasing. Some of you are stepping into more of like a healing industry, maybe even like tarot or something spiritual. But I also feel like this is just you and your own intuition, like throughout your life and through as you make moves, you're like trusting yourself a bit more and trusting the divine. With this stripping illusions, like I said, it reminds me of the lotus, like growing through the muck. It's like maybe you've been going through a really challenging time. Things have felt kind of mucky and that maybe not clear, not feeling like you've blossoming. I feel like you're going to be blossoming, especially your creativity and your, again, authenticity. And I don't mean that you're not being authentic now, but it's just this deeper sense of like, yeah, this feels like me, you know? So there's almost like this coming home. And I feel like it's because of this creativity. It's like the steps in which you're taking to do things feels more authentic to you. Feels like the right things to be doing, the right steps to be taking. And I think that that's only going to empower you. It's only going to give you the strength to make more money, to show up, sell your offers, do the things that you need to do. It's just like things are going to flow so much easier because it's you, right? It's you doing what you're supposed to be doing. And in a way that you're meant to be doing it. I don't feel like you're not doing what you're meant to be doing now. Some of you could pivot, or you're thinking about pivot, but I feel like if you're thinking about pivoting or doing something differently, I feel like there's like some shadow work and things that you're kind of having to navigate here. Let's get some tarot and see what's coming up. What is going on for the tarot? Jupiter and Leo with regards to money and business, career. Oh, geez. Well, we're going to take the one that initially flipped. We have, oh my gosh, the Fool, the Cozy Witch. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. So there's a fresh start, I feel like, that's happening. Well, let me pick up these cards. I'm not going to take them just because there's a million of them. Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, though. So I feel like you're planting new seeds. Even if you're already doing what you want to be doing, this feels like a new chapter, like a fresh start, a fresh approach, even for some of you. And I almost feel like it's because you feel different. It's because you are operating from a different space. What you want is going to be coming in here. But you're seeing things clearly. What else here? trying not to like sit so close to the mic because I feel like I like come forward. Oops. This setup isn't great for cards falling on the floor. Okay, so we have 2 cards. We have Justice, stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. That I feel like is like a little bit of that authenticity here. And we have, look at that, the Ace of Pentacles again. Yeah, it feels like this is right for you. This is the right thing. This is the right approach. This is the right, it says, wow, what an abundant opportunity. So some of you could be getting an opportunity. You could be starting things, starting fresh. It's in a way that's like an alignment. Some of you could be working online or working from home. Both of these women in male or female, doesn't matter. But both of these women in these cards actually look like they're embracing their truest form, you know, like they're comfortable in their own skin. They feel confident in what they're doing. I just feel like you're feeling yourself, you know? It's like, you know, people always say like, oh, Leo's, and I mean, I'm a Leo sun. I have a lot of Leo in my chart actually. And so I don't necessarily believe this, but people always say like Leos are full of themselves and that sort of thing. And I feel like people in general, they're going to be loving what they do. And I feel like if you don't, you're just going to feel maybe a little bit lost in a way where you're going, or like there'll be a facade, right? And people can kind of see it. Or people doing things for attention, but it's not authentic to who they really are. That's going to be very clear, I feel like, is what I'm kind of getting intuitively. And so I feel like especially in business or making money or doing, like, people are going to be able to tell that, like, they're going to be able to see a genuine person. And what I think is so interesting about this is that AI is like rampant, right? And it's so hard to sometimes tell now, what is AI? What is a real person? And so I think, again, the way that we approach people, the way that we do content, like me showing up on camera like this, right? And just letting, you know, my voice and the way I talk and like the impurities of how I talk, right? Letting that come through to show that I'm a real human, I'm a real person, right? That stuff is going to be super important, I feel like, because of this AI aspect. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to show up on camera and do all these things, but I just feel like people are being more real, you know? And I think that when people aren't being as real or they're trying to fake being real, you're going to be able to sense that very quickly. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. So again, things are going to be moving forward. I feel like you're going to be taking a lot of action. I see you being very busy, but at the same time, like socializing and looking good and feeling good and like moving out into the world, feeling confident in yourself. But I feel like at the same time within this year, there's going to be a lot of like shedding illusions, shedding old aspects of yourself, old beliefs. And if you want help doing that, that's what I do. I help women in business shed, basically like rewire their identity around money and sales and things in their business. Uncover like the roots as to why they're dealing with what they're dealing with. And so if you want to learn more about that, you can check out the description box. Let's get a little bit more about this Ace of Pentacles. What is this opportunity? What is this opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles here? Jupiter in Leo. Ooh. These cards are just flying out. Look at that. We got the Queen of Wands. Very Leo energy. Look at feeling herself, looking good. Replace your self-doubt with confidence. Yeah. I feel like this opportunity, what it's saying is like it's going to come in when you feel confident, when you are not afraid to put yourself out there. You might also be out, I want to say like at an event or doing something like at an event, at a party, at something, if there's like a specific opportunity. But for others of you, I feel like this is about how you project yourself into the world, how you believe, what you believe, how you show up, all those things. We do have the Knight of Pentacles. This is going to happen, I feel like, slowly over the year. It's not just going to be like, bam, here's the chapter, and that the opportunity, the new opportunity might come in. Like there might be a contract that you're signing, a new job, a new whatever. But I feel like it's something about like how you carry yourself and how you, again, believe what is possible for you. That's how it comes in. I also feel like saying don't hide your gifts. Don't hide in the sense of like be confident in what you're capable of doing for people. Like yeah, be confident in what you bring to the table. Like, don't be afraid or don't shy away from being like, yeah, this is what I do and this is how I help people. Like, don't be afraid to make that stand for yourself. This, I feel like, is going to start a new money chapter for you. Can we get a little bit more? Oh my gosh. I just keep dropping all these cards and you can probably hear it. We have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, things are going to speed up quickly. It says light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. There's going to be like, things are going to be really fast paced, but I think that that's where at times you're going to maybe need to kind of retreat or pull back. I also feel like this is a little bit of that discernment. So you could have a lot of offers, opportunities, things coming your way, like quickly. You're needing to discern because we have the Hermit, and behind that is the Eight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like discerning what is for you, what's not for you, especially when it comes to collaborations, people, how you make your money, how you show up. This is like really reflecting on, if, again, is this in alignment with me? Is this right for me? And not just choosing things because they're coming in and you feel like you should. Being discerning of like where you're putting your time and your energy is going to be important, because you're not going to be able to say yes to all these things either, right? And so there's having to pick and choose. It kind of feels like. It feels like it could be a very like busy time of year, or just year in general. It could be very busy. Again, there could be a lot of things on the go, and that's why you're having to like, again, pick and choose. Anything specific with like what their money is going to look like over the next year? I'm trying to not drop them all. What is the money gonna look like? Oh my gosh. One moment, please. Okay, one more card to kind of clarify this, just because I want to make sure I'm getting the right message for money. What's it gonna look like over the next year with Jupiter and Leo? Okay, so things are gonna turn around. This is why I was like, We have the King of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, which is great. It says, true success isn't about money, it's about happiness too. So again, finding ways that are in alignment with you. And again, I think it's more about what you're doing as well, and not just the money that you're making. So what we got for the money, what it looks like over the year, over the next year, we have Five of Cups. We then had the Tower, and this is why I wanted a third card, because then we got the Wheel of Fortune, and this is a Jupiter card. So it says, spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Get ready. Things are about to be shaken up. If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. I feel like your money story is going to be changing. It has the potential to change. It does have to do with the way you speak about things, how you say things, right? With cast a spell, the words that we say are spells, right? What we believe, all of that kind of stuff comes into what we think about ourselves. Look up The Law of Assumption by Neville Goddard. That'll be a good thing for you to kind of check out. I feel like you're wanting to like uproot, change, shift things. Now, some of you could be going through maybe some losses financially, some hardships financially, like, you know, the world is unfortunately in kind of that space. But I also feel like there's opportunity still around you. So as much as you're maybe losing out on things, or maybe things aren't going your way financially, I feel like you still maybe have options, or you still have money, or you still like, I feel like this is more like emotionally how you're feeling about it. Don't forget the reality of things as well, or even just the fact that there's possibility. With the Tower here and also the Wheel of Fortune, this is like karmic energy. And so I feel like that's where, again, if there's a belief or something needs to be shaken up internally in order to shift the finances. And that's where, again, all this is coming into the opportunity, and what sometimes we need to shake up how we think about things and the way we believe things in order to just even attract an opportunity, or the opportunity is there regardless, but we might need the confidence and the belief that we can, if we take it, it'll work out and it'll be good, you know? Some of you, I mean, maybe you're looking for a new gig or a new job. So let's see, what other messages here? Jupiter and Leo for money and business, career, depending on who's watching. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Yeah, this is like you have something to share. And sometimes the things that we are trying to sell or share, when they're like ours specifically, like we created it, you can be a little more self-conscious about it, right? You can doubt it easier if you don't have that, the mind kind of wired. Yeah, we have use your mind wisely. Your mindset is big here. I think that's what you're healing, and that's what maybe this path, if you're not going down this path right now, this might be something you want to look at, that if you're looking to change your finances, especially over this next year, because as I'm doing this, we're coming into the end of June. So it's going to be shifting into this Jupiter. And then, like I said, it's there for the next year. So I feel like this is like a yearly reading, that if you're wanting to shift your financial reality, or you're wanting to shift your business, make more money in your business, make more sales in your business, your mind is going to be very important. And your belief in what it is that you have to share is going to be huge. And your belief in yourself, I feel like this is less about money blocks and things like that. This is like your worth and your value and your confidence in who you are and what you have to offer. I'm going to take this one. Yeah, we got now is a lucky time. That's very Jupiter energy. That's also the Wheel of Fortune here. And we have trust and divine detours. So don't be afraid to change things up. Don't be afraid to shift things. It's interesting. You've got a wolf and a fox here. Rabbits can indicate like abundance as well. Okay. We have tend to the small things. So the things that seem sometimes, again, when it comes to like content or, you know, our marketing strategy and things like those seem so big and so important, but sometimes it's like the little stuff, like again, how you're speaking about things or what you're saying to yourself that is, the most important, and actually the bigger block as to why you are or aren't making money, right? That's been my experience, at least. So let's get a final card. I'm gonna go back to the deck that we started with. Final card for Jupiter and Leo for money and business. What do we need to know? Oh my gosh, this is so Leo. This is so funny. It says, step into the spotlight. And what's funny is it's number 30. And on June 30th is when the energy is shifting. Okay. So it says, you have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. Did I not say that with turn your wisdom into knowledge, or turn your knowledge into wisdom? So it's time for you to step into the spotlight. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have, you are ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating. Well, if that ain't like on point. So hopefully that resonated for you guys. Let me know down below. You definitely are, I feel like, shifting into a new cycle when it comes to your career and your money, but there is this deeper inner work that's also going to pop up along the way that needs to be looked at in order for you to truly step into this next potential, right? The opportunity is absolutely there. The opportunities are there. And I think it's just a matter of having that belief, having that confidence in order to be able to, like I said, step into that or see it or, you know, whatever. But now is the time for you to step into the spotlight. So I hope this resonated, and make sure you check out any other readings on my channel. If these resonated, you want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.